Welcome back to the Lone Ranger Radio Show. Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage. If you got questions for me, pick up the phone. Give me a call, 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313. Or Tampa at 813-213-4009. If you'd like to get an application started, we always start off with a soft credit pull. Unless you're going into contract this weekend, then let's go ahead and do a hard pull. Hard pull and soft pull. You know, I only hit you on a hard pull for about 3 points, but we do soft pulls every day. So if you're worried about your credit, you call me. We'll get a soft pull pulled until you give me permission to do a hard pull. Now, you can't get a full loan approval with a soft pull. It doesn't work. You can get a pre-qualification or a pre-approval, but that's about it. I will mention my classes that I'm teaching again this month and next month, so you can write them down if you miss them. But in the meantime, I wanted to talk about why I think it's a good time to buy right now, because it's not always the best time to buy. But right now, I think buyers have moved back into control. So we have an abundance of real estate on the market. We have a huge amount of inventory, but the inventory shrunk by 2,000 homes locally. So that's a big shrinkage. So we went from a seller's market to a balanced market, to a buyer's market, and now we're back towards a seller's market. So 6 months supply is I apologize. We're back towards like a balanced market. So they say that we're in a seller's market if there's less than 6 months, and we're in a buyer's market if there's like more than 7 or 8 months. And it's that sweet spot where it's a balanced market. It doesn't generally stay there very long. They say we're in a balanced market. I think we're in a buyer's market, honestly. And I'll tell you why. There are still some stubborn sellers out there that do not understand. And now, don't get me wrong. If you're in a community that is super red hot and houses just sell the day they go on the market, then you can get top dollar every time. And that's great. You know what they say, location, location, location. It's going to do it every time. But if you are in an average market, you have a lot of competition. And when you have a lot of competition, that puts buyers in more control. Now, the amount of inventory says we're in a balanced to seller's market, but the behavior is a buyer's market. So I'm encouraging anyone out there that wants to buy a home to pick up the phone or go to my website and get your application made right away. I've got every loan program you could ever think of. I've got the best FHA, the best VA, the best USDA zero down payment loans. Okay. I've got conventional loans for first time home buyer with reduced interest rate and reduced PMI. I've got a construction to perm loan, renovation loans, home equity lines of credit, down payment assistance. I got everything you need. Jumbo loans, doctor loans, reverse mortgages. I mean, I could go on and on and on about the type of products I have. And we are a direct lender for all of them. DSCRs for investors. I do a ton of DSCRs. So the only income that you need is the rental income from the property. Bank statements for self-employed people. I know you guys are doing well. You're self-employed. You got good credit. You got money in the bank. You just don't show any money on your tax returns. My bank statement loan is the best bank statement loan in the business. Put me to the test. Shop around. Go do all you want to shop. And I'm not afraid when somebody goes, I just want you to know, Bruce, I'm shopping you. Good. You should. You should. You should shop anybody. You got to know what you want, know what you're getting. And if you don't trust that you're going to get the best with me, then shop the crap out of me. Most of you know, and you know I'm going to take really good care of you, and you know you're going to get a great rate. Some of you may not. You might think I'm a blowhard, that I'm just giving you the business. Look me up on Google. Check out my reviews, folks. Okay. Check out my Zillow reviews. Check out my YouTube reviews. Just look at it all. Look at it all. Yelp reviews. You're going to see I'm 5 stars, 4.9 stars across the board. Why? Because I care. Why? Because your opinion matters. Your reviews matter a lot. Have I ever had a bad review? Of course I have. I've had people that weren't happy with me. Doesn't happen very often. Most of the time people get mad at me and aren't happy because they don't qualify. It's the people that have that they're they're victims. They're a victim. They're the reason why their credit sucks. They're the reason why they can't keep a job, but they blame it on everybody else. So, but I've had a couple bad reviews, but not very many. I'm going to tell you, you call the average client, 9.9 out of 10 are going to go, holy moly, Bruce and his team exceeded our expectation. They were unbelievable. They did everything they said they were going to do. They closed on time. They closed before the closing date. My realtors, they come back to me time and time again. They don't like their clients using other lenders because it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So you want a great lender. You want somebody you can meet in person. You want somebody that's going to educate you. You want somebody that's going to give you the truth and not some song and dance or blowhard story. Then call me. Call me up. Oh, my. You know what that means? It's time for the program of the week. So, the program of the week this week is Hometown Heroes. Hometown Heroes, you can do conventional FHA or VA loans, and you don't have to be a hero. Now Hometown Heroes controls the interest rate and the closing costs. Lenders don't do that. But here's the deal with Hometown Heroes. You can make up to about $144,000 a year. You have to be a first-time home buyer, but you don't have to be a hero. You don't have to be a veteran, a teacher, a firefighter, a police officer, any of those things. You don't have to anymore. Here's the thing. You can get between $10,000 and $35,000 toward your down payment assistance. Minimum 10, maximum 35,000. It's based on the loan amount. 5% of the loan amount is how much you're going to get. Now, here's the thing. It's a wonderful down payment assistance program, but it's not going to last very long. It's going to come out on July 1st. It'll be done by the end of July, maybe the middle of August at the latest. So here's how you get your hands on it. First, get your application done. Call me or text me now at 813-213-4009 or 407-706-3313. I'll repeat that later in the show. Or go to We Bring You Home. Remember, we're bringing you home. WeBringYouHome.com. Go there and complete your application. My team will be calling you first thing Monday morning, and we'll get the application moving along. It'll give you a checklist so you can get all your documents ready over the weekend. So if you're a millennial and you don't want to talk to anybody over the weekend, just do the online application. If you want to talk to somebody, then we will absolutely make that call. And we can even call you over the weekend. You just got to call or text me at those numbers. So here's what you got to do. Get your application made immediately because that money's going to run out fast. Then I will connect you with a realtor. You know about my Loan Arranger real estate rebate program, don't you? You don't? You don't know the Loan Arranger real estate rebate program? Come on. You got to be kidding. Huh? I'm going to tell you about that. So I will connect you with a great real estate agent. I will have vetted that real estate agent. I will have worked with that real estate agent. I know how good they are, and I will not refer you to a crappy real estate agent. The problem is you don't know a good one from a bad one. You just know the nice ones, and the nice ones are very nice. They just aren't good at negotiation. Believe me, 9 out of 10 of maybe 9.5 out of 10 can't negotiate. I just literally see it every day. It hurts me because you know who's paying the price? You are. You're paying the price and you don't know it. Well, I don't really want to fire my real estate agent because they're so nice. Well, you picked the wrong one. You need a bulldog, not a nice person. It's like an attorney. I don't want a nice attorney. I want a bulldog attorney. I want somebody that's going to fight for me. I want a bulldog lender. I want somebody that's going to give me a great rate and fight for my rate. I want somebody that's going to tell me how to get the best program. They get the best rate, lowest closing costs. Do I pay points? Don't I pay points? All that kind of thing. That's what you want. So you combine my programs with my Loan Arranger real estate rebate program. I refer you to a realtor, a great realtor I vetted. How much do they pay me for that referral? Zippo, zilch, nothing, zero, none. You know what they pay? They pay you up to 25% of their commission back in your pocket. Up to 25%, depending on the commission that they get, depends on the commission you get. They get a full commission. You get the full 25%, up to $10,000. You combine that with the down payment assistance, or you combine that with a realtor that can negotiate closing costs for you. It's a win-win, man. But the problem is that so many of you are coming to me with your real estate agents already because you felt obligated. You wanted to use the lady that's in your cotillion down the street. No, don't. And don't use a relative. Don't use a relative. Don't use a relative. It's the worst thing you can do. Oh, but they're going to give me a reduced commission. Okay, that's great. Give you a reduced commission. Let's see how good they negotiate. Now, you got a good negotiating relative, then you turn them on to me. They should be working with me. If you're a real estate agent out there and you're not working with me, I can promise you, you are not closing enough transactions. And here's why. Because you'll close more transactions when you use me because your customers are going to be happier with you. That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee. Your customers are going to be happy with the lender, so they're going to use you more frequently. But here's another thing. I coach my realtors. My realtors do more production. My realtors that are in relationship with me. Now, I keep about 10 realtors in my top 10. Okay, that's about it. Now, I've got about 500 realtors locally that I work with on a regular basis. I've got about 4,000 or 5,000 of them that use me from time to time. And the only reason they use me from time to time is because they only close a deal from time to time. Did you know that 74% of real estate agents last year did not close a transaction? 74%. Horrible. And out of that, that 24% that did, I'll bet you only 5% of them closed more than probably 5 or 6 deals. That's it. If I was a real estate agent and I didn't close 4 a month, I'd be considered part-time. 4 a month. Come on. 2 buyers, 2 sellers. You can't close 2 buyers and 2 sellers in a month. And here's the thing. As a real estate agent, hell, they make $500,000 a year if they close 4 a month. They make 500 grand a year. So I coach my realtors on how to do that production. Yes, I yell at them. I scream at them. I hold them accountable. But you know what? I love them and they love me. Why? Because I care about them too. And I want their production to be higher, because if you don't do that many deals, you're not that skilled. It's like, I'm going to go to a cardiologist. Yeah, he does 1 heart surgery a year, maybe 2. No, I want the guy that's doing 10 a week. That's what I want. Or woman that's doing 10 a week, not 1 a year, 2 a year. You think that's a skilled professional? You think a loan officer that closes 1 transaction a month is a great loan officer? They're a horrible loan officer. They're horrible. Okay. I mean, I'll close 40 to 60 a month. You don't find that production very often. You don't find it very often. So I got a great team of people. Almost everybody speaks Spanish in my office. I've got every program. You call the loan arranger, you get the best of the best. So realtors, builders, you should be calling me. We should be working together. I will help you. If you're a builder and you have salespeople, I will coach your salespeople on sales techniques. Why? Because I pride myself on giving great service, great sales service. Sales, good salespeople is not a pushy, tricky salesperson. A good salesperson shows the benefits versus the drawbacks, the pros and the cons. And I do that every day. Hey, let's look at this program versus this program. This is the pros and cons on this one. This is the pros and cons on this one. Which one do you think is better for you? Let's look at the differences. That's what you get. My name is Bruce Woodburn. I'm the loan arranger. You can call me now, right now at 813-213-4009. It's 813-213-4009. Or you can go to webringyouhome.com. Or you can call me on my Orlando number at 407-706-3313. Again, that's 407-706-3313. Or webringyouhome.com. I'll be back in 5 minutes with more of the Loan Arranger radio show. We're going to talk about who's investing in real estate, what interest rates are doing right now, and how to take advantage of a buy down. I'll be back in 5.